Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, or maybe I should say this morning, good morning, all actors for change, because that's what you are. First of all, I'd like to thank also all co-workers of the Triodos branch in Spain for hosting us today. It's very, well, it's a warm welcome, warm weather, beautiful surroundings, and a large amount of depository seat holders. So thank you very much. Triodos Bank in Spain is a mature bank. You are giving full service to all the clients and to the depository seat holders, and we congratulate you with the success of 10 years banking, sustainable banking, banking for change in Spain. The Board of SAAT is accountable to you for how we represent and safeguard your interest. And therefore, it's not only important that you can attend the formal annual meeting on webcast, but it's even more important that you meet us, the persons who represent your interest, and that you really can look us into the eyes what we are doing and how we are doing that. And I would like to address 3 topics. Let's look first at the slide. And there you see again what Peter Blom already explained, the formal structure of the governance of the Bank of Triodos. And what I would like to emphasize are 3 topics. The first topic is that we really promote an ongoing dialogue between the bank and the depository seat holders. The second topic is that I want to explain to you the 3-fold perspective of the Board of SAAT when we exercise our voting rights. And the last topic is that I want to talk with you about return on investment and creating value. Let's start with the first, and I think the main topic for today, which is the ongoing dialogue. The Board of SAAT is promoting and is challenging and is guarding the ongoing dialogue between the bank, your bank, and the depository seat holders. Why is this so important? This is so important because Triodos Bank is an extraordinary bank. And extraordinary because key to the approach of Triodos Bank is a genuinely responsibility to business, transparency, and using money in a more conscious way. This is sustainable banking, and it's based on mutual aid and benefit for society as a whole. And this is only possible in an ongoing dialogue with the main stakeholders. And you are one of the main stakeholders. And today we are practicing that dialogue. And I really hope that we could challenge you today by putting relevant questions afterwards to the bank and to the Board of SAAT. So let's go to the second topic, the 3-fold responsibility or perspective of SAAT, which we engage in exercising our voting rights. Then again, let's go to the slide. There you see that, let's say, the extraordinary governance of the bank, which of course is needed for an extraordinary bank, gives you 3 legal rights. First of all, you have the legal right to attend the annual general meeting. And we all can imagine that you are not going to travel to Holland, but you can attend on the webcast. The second legal right is that you can raise questions in the annual meeting. And I hope you will do it afterwards in this meeting. And the third right you have is that you can vote in the annual meeting for depository seat holders. And again, maybe you won't be there in the Netherlands, but you can do that by giving a proxy vote to the bank. The Board of SAAT is legally voting for you in the annual general meeting. And we are guided by exercising that voting right by 3 relevant principles. The first principle is that we are safeguarding the mission of Triodos Bank. And I think Juan Antonio gave a real good insight in where the mission of Triodos Bank comes from. The second principle is that we are safeguarding the independence of the bank. Peter Blom already referred to that. We don't want any other company taking over Triodos Bank. And the third principle is that we have to safeguard your economic interests. And what do I mean by economical return? I mean that it's in your interest that by bringing savings to the bank is enabled to give loans in the real economy to really create impact and create change in the world. And this economical return on investment is really represented by the ratio between funds entrusted and loans, but also by the funds under management of Triodos Investment Management and the private banking. And we are very happy that the bank is really trying to improve the loan savings ratio. And this brings us to, I think, the most important return on investment you are entitled to, and we call that the impact. And I would like to invite all of you to go to the website and look at the impact chapter. And what's very interesting there, that you can see by storytelling and by facts and figures that the bank shows you really what kind of change it is causing in society. And what struck me most this year is that the impact, especially in the cultural sector, is increased immensely in terms of amount of people. And guess what? The main increase comes from Spain, where you did tremendous projects in the film industry, but also in the healthcare industry. So there you see really what the bank is able to change in the world. So let's summarize. We think, as a board of SAAT, assessing the annual accounts every year, looking back, that we have to look after these 3 aspects for the depository seat holders. Are you having a stable but modest financial return? Is the bank creating enough economically return in general, but on top of that, and only by creating change in terms of impact? And also we are looking from the annual accounts to the future. What is the current situation as a stepping stone for the mid and long term in the possibilities of changing the world? I hope I gave you a very short but clear insight in the way we work. And let's be clear, the Board of SAAT is always guided by the mission of Triodos Bank, the values of Triodos Bank, and the independency we nurture so much. I thank you very much for being present today. It's very nice for us to really meet you today, and we hope we challenge you to put difficult and interesting questions to not only the bank, but also to the Board of SAAT. Thank you very much.